Day 3.
We're in Doomsday 1. He came from one of the toughest areas of Phoenix, also especially of course. Praying for the safety and
you got people on the defense talking about it. You better get your ass the ball. You better get the ball.
I just gotta say, when it comes to mortality,
Different.
For sure, and they would have thrown it off because this guy gets off too.
And then I go to bed every night like, G man, I promise you What is up, Cowboys Nation? Your boy Mike Tag here, doing a little extra work. Working hard for my money. Hopefully, you guys had a good weekend, good time. Jimmy D, good to see you back in, man. How's it going?
It's going good. Had a good weekend. I'm sure you can tell I was having a good weekend because I was texting you on Saturday night.
Yeah, no, it was good.
So,
good.
Hey, Rick, April. Well, we were telling some war story. I was telling some war stories around the bar at my buddy at Camel Piper's house. We were out there, and everybody's talking about drunk stories from back in the day. And so, just so you guys know, I was texting Mike Tag because I said, "Hey, watch this. I'm going to say this, and this is what he's going to say back." So we when we would go out to the bar, there was one particular night we were at this bar, and I was asked to leave, and Mike was my driver, so he was leaving too. But as we're exiting, there's like 7 bouncers. They're all at least 6'2", maybe 250 plus. And it's all about pronouns in life, right? Pronouns. When I mean pronouns, I mean, I told the guys that they're going to get their asses kicked, but it wasn't, I'm going to kick your ass. It's Mike Tag and me is going to kick your ass. So, yeah, we exited fast.
Cousins, so, yeah, we had to straighten Jimmy out. Get that thing right. But, yeah, I mean, we had some wild stories. And good times and love reminiscing. More importantly, love when you guys hit that like and subscribe. So if you are rolling in, I see people starting to roll in, so we're killing a little time. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. And, yeah, my weekend went to the Hard Rock. And, you know, some people say, hey, Mike Tag, you know, you went to the Hard Rock. I saw the pictures. I saw you guys doing a little gambling. But it was business. It was a business trip because, you know, we're getting ready to get this season started. And we got some other special guests that come on the show. And they need to get paid for their time. They need for the expertise that they provide. They want to get paid. So we had just some serious negotiations. But I'm glad to say Uncle Cheech is back. We got a 1-year extension. Signed him up. He's looking ever so sharp. I got a picture of him. He's got a new look. Got new shades. He's got the black TJ. He's ready to roll. Got the new lid. So Uncle Cheech is going to be back. And for those, we got so many new subscribers. Those who don't know Uncle Cheech, he's a Vegas insider, an old school paisan, bookmaker, however way you want to call it. But he comes on the show every Monday and he gives you his picks for the week, college and pro, and he gives his lock of the week. And lock of the week, he started out slow, but he finished it over 70% with his lock of the week. So it is a great opportunity for you guys to get a little shkadal, make a mortgage payment, rent payment, maybe get them tickets to AT&T because we know Jerry's been jacking these things up. So we want to make sure you guys are taken care of. So we got Uncle Cheech is back. He's ready to roll and very excited, Jimmy. Very excited.
And I got to tell you, Uncle Cheech, thanks to Uncle Cheech last year, you know how many mortgage payments I made because of Uncle Cheech? So you got to listen to Mike Tag. If you haven't seen Uncle Cheech, you know what? It's just like investing, dollar cost averaging. You listen to him every week. Not only will you be paying your mortgage, you have the finest champagne, finest bottles of wine. And the way Uncle Cheech's new look is, I think he's charging top interest on certain short-term loans.
Yeah, he ain't shit. What's up, Game Time Brian? What's happening, man? We gotta connect sooner or later. We've been talking about need to definitely hook up. Yeah, we're definitely it was steep, but it's worth it because what he brings to the table. So we got Uncle Cheech coming back. So you guys, I know a lot of people have been messaging me and email. He's Uncle Cheech back. I need to make sure I got my picks locked in for next season. He's back. he's going to be on in a couple of weeks to kind of get the show started, kind of give you some of his insight in college and pro. So we're definitely looking forward to that. So Uncle Cheech will be here. And then more importantly, Jimmy, we are getting back into a little bit of training camp. And I tried to play this last time, but I got to give shout outs to our man, Cowboys Can Fan. I think I'm going to be on the show this week. They had boots on the ground. They had given beautiful foot. I love this interception that Elam got. Get the fans involved. But I'm telling you, I don't know about you. I don't know if you've watched Falcon training camp. I don't know how these other training camps are going, but I am loving what I'm seeing from this Dallas Cowboys team. Seeing a lot of energy, a lot of hype, a lot of a lot of passion. Saw some fist fights. Coach taking charge to kicking some guys out of the practice for getting in those scuffs, because you want to have that, but you got to be controlled because I mean this is the discipline that we talk about that you got to have on the field, Jimmy.
Well, I tell you, in the Falcons, same way, you want to see the camaraderie. You want to see we got fans line up an hour and a half before training camp opens each morning so far. So the fans are into it. The players are into it. I'm a little pissed. Darnell Mooney, I know you guys had some injuries today. Darnell Mooney already hurt. They say 2 to 3 weeks, but you know how that goes. Shoulder injury. So we'll see how that plays out. But that's what you want to see. You want to see them, involved with the fans, hyped up, and there's going to be fighting. There's no fighting. Where's the intensity at? Yeah,
no, absolutely. So we're definitely getting ready to get this thing started, get this season started. But Jimmy, I'd be remiss, and I don't want to talk too long on it because I know it's kind of getting in there. But obviously, you and I dug around for some of our old prank calls. I was searching this afternoon, I couldn't find it. I mean, obviously, the passing of Hulk Hogan. Anybody who sees my hype videos, there's some Hollywood Hogan, there's some Hulk Hogan in there, obviously Ric Flair, but there is definitely some homage to the man. And I mean, you and I, same generation. I mean, we grew up just like others on Hulk Hogan. So I never got a chance to really get your thoughts. I shared some pictures that you and I took with Hogan and we went to his place, but what was shocking, or did you kind of see it coming from the reports?
Well, I mean, you never know what to believe. I mean, you had Eric Bischoff said he visited him, and Jimmy Hart was saying that he was doing okay, but you never know what to believe on social media and the internet. When that came across on Thursday, I did a double take, and then boom, the phone started blowing up. For that 1 minute, I didn't believe it, right? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, everything starts coming in. It was a shock. I mean, he didn't look sick, right?
The funny thing is, I was talking to my wife tonight, and he lives here. So I've seen him. I mean, I've seen him just as recently as probably a month ago. And he definitely walks slower. He definitely is moving. I mean, he's moving a little bit slower, but I was really surprised. And I'm just wondering if more is going to come out. Not that there was foul play or anything, but maybe there's some underlining things that maybe people weren't aware of, because I just find it hard. It was surprising. It was surprising. Yeah. And, and I'll say this is I've obviously got pictures with Hogan and I met him a few times and I just I kicked myself because there were certain things that I wanted to get. I wanted to get Thunder Lips. I wanted to get the Thunder Lips, for my other cave, and I didn't get it. And now, I mean, everything will come down, but just everything is just crazy right now. Anything Hulk Hogan.
And to your point, like when you sat and you think about it for a minute, and it's like, holy crap, that's part of our childhood.
Yeah,
damn it, even into adulthood, that's gone. And you get a little, bittersweet, choked up. So and like you said, my wife, she didn't know what she was getting into when she got with me, and we're at the beach when we were living down in Clearwater, and out comes Hulk Hogan in his Speedo, is like his it's white and black Speedo. So, she's, oh my gosh, it's Hulk Hogan. So even she was into watching a lot of the stuff with me on TV and on social media. And it's tough, man.
Yeah.
Really. And we were there when Hogan turned and bashed at the beach.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just, I see this his whole career. I mean, he's just that iconic of a figure. People, if you're not, it's like, I was listening to one guy today, if you're not from our generation, you don't understand. I mean, you just, and I get it. I mean, things that he did later in life. I mean, everyone makes mistakes, right. and what are you going to do? I mean, if they looked back at some of the crap that I did when I was younger, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd have a job. But anyway, it really resonated a little bit even more because you're seeing these people you grew up with. And then, I mean, obviously he was later in our life, but then I don't know if you watched the press conference with Deion Sanders. And then you got Deion Sanders, had cancer. Was it
Thought it was colon.
bladder.
Was it bladder? Okay.
Bladder cancer. Yeah. And
Yeah,
they got it out.
man.
They got it out. I mean, thank God, but you're never, I mean, you could be in remission, but it's a never ending battle. I mean, I think everybody's been touched by somebody they know that's battled cancer and succumbed to it or overcame it. And I just pray for Deion, and it hits home in your life because it's, these are people that we're more Deion's age. So, I mean, this is a guy that you're looking at and say, man, well, I got to get my stuff together. I want to enjoy my life. That's what you say, live every day, like it's your last. And, so you're starting to see this stuff as we're getting older. I'm going to be 50 in 3 months. Is it 3 months?
Yep.
3 months. 3.5 months. And it's like, it's starting to hit me now, man. I don't know. People say 50 hits you different, but I'm starting to look at all this stuff and I'm like, God, man, I gotta make sure. And I think I live pretty good, but I gotta enjoy every moment, man.
No, you know what you got to do? You got to live for today and plan for tomorrow. That's my mom. My mom, rest in peace, always said that. Because if you're like sitting there and you're reserved and you're saving every last dime, and you're not enjoying yourself now, you don't know what tomorrow brings. Cancer, car wreck, you don't know what tomorrow brings. Anything can happen. So, and I agree with you. It's all these people we grew up with. Look at Ozzy Osbourne. I wasn't the biggest Black Sabbath or Osbourne fan, but he was kind of the generation before us, but he lived through our generation. You kind of expected it with him, with all the shit he did.
But I mean, I was an Ozzy fan from the Osbournes. That's when I became an Ozzy fan.
You're one of the.
I like this music. I talked about it a little on my show yesterday. As I've gotten older, I've kind of my music taste has grown, right? But when we're kids, it was Two Live Crew, Poison Clan, it was booty music, it was gangster rap, and that was pretty much it. Now I obviously I still listen to that. I listen to country, I listen to Southern rock, I listen to classic rock, I listen to oldie, I listen to everything. Because that's what you do as you get older. I know.
Oh, no, I'm telling you, you go on my playlist, you got Ice Cube. You go from Ice Cube to Barry Manilow to Elvis Presley to, whatever, it's crazy. I even have one or two country songs mixed up in mine.
Yeah.
And happy birthday, Count Christo. Happy birthday.
Yes. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. Early
Malcolm
birthday.
Jamal Warner. That's right.
Malcolm Jamal Warner was another one. I mean, geez, Cosby Show, if you're from that era, Cosby Show was it. I mean, that was.
And he was only 50. He was
like 50 his was just, I don't know the story. So many things come out, and obviously he was swimming, rip current. You're wondering, what are you doing swimming out there and all this today. Well, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that with the negativity, but the Prince of Darkness. I loved Oz. There was a show. I think it was either what was his name? Austin Powers. It was one of those shows. And if you watch it, I think it was I'll have Danny remind me, but they show Ozzy Osbourne. They had like the celebrity clips, and it's the best line in the whole movie. If it's that movie or whatever movie it is, and they're talking about all these acts, and all of a sudden he goes, "The fucking monkeys."
Yeah, that was Jerky Boys movie. That was a Jerky Boys movie.
The Jerky Boys.
Yeah.
All right, that was a Jerky
Fucking
Boys.
monkeys, you're kidding me. Oh, they're on a plane right now over Japan.
Yeah. The fucking monkeys.
Hey, Jocko and I will wire up a toilet seat that'll snatch the pants off you. We're the best. Right? Actually.
I forgot what movie. I'm glad you said that.
Great movie. Speaking of professional, Mark, we're going to get to you in a second. We see it. And I know it was on last year, but they had it on again last night on Vice. Who Killed WCW? Right?
I watched that. Yeah, I watched it.
Great one. So I saw it last year, but I watched it again, and we're sitting there. My wife, she watched Big Brother, and it was over at that point. I'm upstairs watching Who Killed WCW, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, wait a minute, there's me in row 2. Giving the one finger salute to the camera. I was like, I had to pause it and go back. I'm like, yep, that's the one in Tampa that we're at. right?
And Jerky Boys, well, Game Time, he's definitely our era. And Mark is too, I know that. But I do the pizza. I played that for my kid when he was like 10 years old.
Yeah.
You're gonna offer me the coupon?
How can I help you, sir?
And it was like he was dying laughing. Oh my god! I still play those. I still play those.
That movie is so stupid that it's funny. I can watch that movie all the time. I got it on VCR tape.
Yeah.
You know,
it's definitely an old school class. It's one of the, and speaking of, I know we're gonna get to the Cowboys. I apologize.
No, Mark, I didn't forget about you.
But I watched Happy Gilmore 2. I don't know if you guys watch Happy Gilmore 2. I did watch it. Obviously, again, if you're from that generation, Happy Gilmore was just one of the greatest comedies. I mean, you couldn't, just so many lines and so many funny parts in it. And the second one was okay. I mean, it is what it is. It's nostalgia. There's the one-liners. They do a little revision going back, but obviously the script isn't the best, but the cameos were funny. It was worth watching. I mean, I liked it, and I'm not going to watch it 100 times like I would Happy Gilmore, but I would definitely, if you watch the first one, it's worth it. It's like Beverly Hills Cop when they redid that one.
My kid was Dominic, the producer. He was watching it, and we didn't have time. We had something going on, so I happened to see part of it. And MJF, professional wrestler, he was in it. He was one of the kids.
I didn't even know Eminem was the one who's a jackass. That was his kid. I mean, I couldn't believe, like, some of the people I didn't even know until after the movie. I'm like, oh my god, it was him. So yeah, and his wife didn't last long. And then my wife and I were debating on, was that the girl in the original? I kept saying, no, that's her. My wife's like, no, that's not her. I said, dude, that is her.
She was on Modern Family. She was on Modern Family.
Oh, she was
the wife. Yeah. What's her real name, guys? I forget her real name, but she ended up on Modern Family for like 10 seasons.
Yeah.
That I
don't know. But let's talk a little football. That's what we're going to talk some. Okay, there he goes. Go ahead.
So, Mark, aloha. I don't get how
Mr. Hand.
Mr. Did I do something wrong, Mr. Hand? I don't get how JJ and company is delaying Micah Parsons. As we delay, the price just goes up. I swear they're both delusional. Is there any chance that Blue starts?
I think you're right on Parsons, and I've spoken a lot about it, and we're going to get into that. And I would say Blue starting. I'm like, when I look at the Cowboys running game, and we've talked about it. I mean, is there a starter? Is there going to be a bona fide starter? I think Javonte Williams is going to be kind of like if you want to call him a one, and I think Jaden Blue is going to be your mix it up guy. I don't think Jaden Blue is going to be a 20-carry guy, but I don't think Javonte is going to be a 20-carry guy. I think it's to be running back by committee, and I think that's the way it's going to go down, and the hot hand is going to go. Now, the one name that I'm hearing in training camp that you didn't hear, and he was one of the guys that I thought would be the outside looking in, is Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders is getting a lot of hype. He's doing a lot of good things. So I know that's the name I kept hearing. But I think if the Cowboys want to go places, they're going to need, I think Javonte Williams is the X factor because he's young, he's powerful, he's got those legs, and I think him and Blue together would be a great combo. Mix in some Sanders. I think that's how it's going to go if the Cowboys are going to go places.
Miles Sanders is a damn good running back, man.
He is.
I wouldn't sleep on him. He's good to have on the roster.
Absolutely.
So Greg was saying they were heckling Jerry Jones at training camp today. Meanwhile, you did have a signing. You did sign.
Yes, we talked about, Jake Ferguson. He signed, and this is what the Cowboys do. It's like you're sitting there with Parsons, and then they go out and they sign Jake Ferguson. Smart deal, in my opinion. Very good tag for a tight end as young as him with the upside that he has. They go out and make a move like that, which is like, damn, that makes sense. You guys are making sense. My problem with the Parsons thing is, you're going to pay him. They're going to have to pay him. And where's my thing? Where's my work? If I do work, I gotta get it right. So, I mean, I do all this stuff, so I want to show it, but why do they have to say anything? It's like, just say, you know what? We're in negotiations. This is going to be a big deal. We want to make sure all the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed. We want to make sure this doesn't put us in a cap situation that we can't get out of. So we want to really structure it properly. Say that, even though you're full of shit, just say that. And man, I'd feel pretty good. I'm like, all right, man, they're doing it. But now you're getting to a point, you have a padded practice. He's not involved. You're installing the defense. He's a leader of the team. He's still at the camp, and he's still doing that. And now you're setting the coach up to deal with this nonsense in his first year when he's trying to create a culture. He's trying to create accountability. He's trying to get his leaders. So it's very frustrating of what the Joneses, and I say Joneses because Stephen Jones pops his chops in there as well, is they just can't shut their mouths and just focus on business and make that the priority. It's very frustrating.
Well, it's a circuit. I mean, look how they're handling the McLaurin situation up in Washington. You don't see all this chaos, this total chaos zoo.
No, but they have problems with McLaurin now.
But he reported. He reported. He
just reported, but he's pissed off.
He's pissed, but it's not a public thing like Jerry Jones and his son make it out to be all the time.
Yeah. Well, let me see something here. Let me slide you over. Looks like we got someone in here that has something to say.
Hey, what up?
What's going on?
What is up, boys nation?
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, Jimmy. What's up, Mike?
What's up? What's up?
Hey, man, I'm telling you, I love the way they did Jerry Jones when he tried to talk to the crowd about the Dallas Cowboys and they booed and they heckled him about Parsons. He deserved that.
It was like professional wrestling all over again, Jimmy.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. He needs to sign him.
He's like the heel manager. That's what he is. He's
but he likes that attention. He likes that attention.
He's a mop in the bucket. It needs to be wrung out.
Wow. Well, the thing is, Jimmy, I'm doing these graphics and you just
sorry, God, I'm ruining all your hard work.
You ruined it. You ruined it, Jimmy. But anyway, hey, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Appreciate it. I see a lot of new people rolling in. If you haven't checked out, make sure you subscribe. But the one thing I want to talk about too, because it was news, is Robert Jones, not the Super Bowl champion Robert Jones, number 55 that we know and love. This is another Robert Jones. He's offensive lineman. Cowboys signed him. He got in a collision and broke a neck bone or something. I was thinking it was the longest yard all over again, but he's out for 2 to 3 months, and he was getting first team reps. They were giving him reps over Tyler Booker. I think it was more maybe just to keep Booker grounded, keep him hungry, keep that fire. But losing depth in your offensive line is never a good thing. But what is your thoughts, Greg, and then kind of Jimmy, your thoughts on just the whole process of with these injuries early?
Well, you know what I said. That's the only thing I fear about our Cowboys with this loaded team, man, is injuries in training camp. Wanye, he's out. I don't know what the injury is. There's another guy out with Wanye the same day. You got Tyler Guyton goes down with a leg injury. Now you got the neck injury on somebody that came from who had 31 blocks with the Dolphins. And this Rob, man, Rob is the one that can fit that plug perfect for us and fill in on that line. And I'm telling you, man, I'm just worried. I'm worried because it's hot. It's extraordinarily.
One second. We got breaking news for me anyway, because I didn't see it. Put that up there.
Goodness. Oh, goodness.
Put that up there, Jimmy.
This what's on here? Guyton?
Ultra, yeah. One of them.
Well, no, they're both saying it.
Yeah, Tyler Guyton. Tyler Guyton then went down to practice, feared toward an ACL. That would be devastating. That would be devastating. And we have depth at the offensive line. But if that is true, and what are you going to get now? You just you start wondering, you got to put your best five. Do you move Tyler Smith? I know it's real early, but do you put Tyler Smith out at left tackle? Because I think you got the guards. I think you got Hoffman. I think you could do Booker and Hoffman and BB in the middle and Steele, you wonder what they're going to do if that's the case. Asim Richards has looked good, but man, that's. I mean, we saw what happened. Left tackle get your quarterback killed. So
damn straight.
Man, that is not what you want to hear on a Monday. That's for sure.
Nope, they got to step up. It's time to step up and see. This is the biggest fear. Early first week of training practice, we got injuries. We got a major injury with Tyler Guyton. Now we got Rob Jones and his neck in 2 to 3 months. We don't know if he's going to be back in 3 months. Yeah. And now everybody else got to step up in place. And we just started training camp. This is my biggest worry with this loaded offense, loaded defense, loaded team. Are injuries piling up, man? There's nothing you can do about it. Injuries going to happen. But now those folks that are sitting on the second, third team, they got to step up. They have to step up.
Well, and it runs into the problem, though. You don't want these guys getting hurt in training camp or the preseason, but then you run the risk if you're not playing them, the timing's off, and they're not in sync on week one. That's the problem.
But you know what it is I wonder with these injuries sometimes, and I could be wrong. What the hell do I know? But like back in the day, man, when they did 2-a-days and they did some was their bodies conditioned better? You know what I mean? Was their bodies conditioned better? Because you see some of these injuries and it's just like, I mean, I don't know. Wait, I just got another thing from Count. Just saw Guyton walk off and put weight on his leg. Doesn't mean anything really, but ACL might be overreaction. I don't know. Again, I'm only going by what everyone in the chat. They're all talking stuff.
Sure.
Ian Rappaport. If Ian Rappaport said it, man, god dang, those guys are never wrong.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Hey, Greg, I'm sorry to do this. I got to put Mark at a super chat, and I think this might go over you. I apologize, but I got to put that up there. Do the Joneses realize how hated they are? I haven't heard one person ever compliment them on their management. 30 years of losing Jerry Jones. Your head's in your ass.
I don't think.
Yeah, well, Mark, if you saw the last show, Mark, when the show went out, the last show I was on, you saw my sentiments about JJ. I think they line up with yours.
Yeah. But now, was that a question or a comment?
Was that now? You damn it! You took the words out of my mouth. Damn it! Shoot.
That's an inside joke.
Yes, it is.
No, you can walk on an ACL. So absolutely,
yes, you could. And look at then you run the risk of Eagles fans being happy about the owner of the Cowboys.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is I don't wish injuries, and if any fans or something are happy because players get hurt, karma will always get you, and I don't want to see that. Like, I wouldn't wish Jalen Hurts or Barkley or Neighbors or any of those guys. I mean, McLaurin, I wouldn't want any. I want the best play and the best team wins. I don't want to see people getting hurt. I mean, it's not good for the game. I mean, it's not good for the game. So hopefully it's nothing, but if Ian Rappaport's, if he's calling it, is probably 99% the case. So left tackle is not a place that you want to have. I mean, you don't want to have injuries. You look
Mark with the smartest comment of the night.
What?
Great minds think alike.
They do. Yes. Good job.
Sorry,
but I mean, you're not trading for nobody at this point. There's not. No. I mean, what are you going to do? But like I said, I would put Tyler. That's exactly what I said earlier. That's what I would do. The offensive line. You have to put Tyler Smith out at left tackle. I know that means they're going to end up possibly his price tag's going to go up, or what it is. You got to live in today. Worry about tomorrow. But yeah, that's just a really a bummer, man. Ruined the vibe of the show. I had some good stuff going on.
Wow, man, we need and with Wanye stepping out, I forgot the other one who was hurt today. Well, they didn't get hurt today, but they were out due to injuries. I think they're minor injuries, nothing to really be worried about. But an injury is an injury because it takes time away from training, practice, conditioning, and the so forth, and timing, like Jimmy said. And that's the Cowboys' nemesis, man, of injuries. You go in there with a stacked team, and then all of a sudden your major players get hurt, and now you're starting the season off with injuries, let alone what you're going to get during the season. And I'm just, oh, man. It just started. We just started, man. This is crazy.
Well, on just the good news, I don't know if Diggs will be ready for the opener. I'll be surprised, but if he is, he is. Khair Elam has absolutely, looked good. And I see some comments. Our offensive line, like someone struck. Who the hell? This is most of this practice. These guys are wearing shorts and t-shirts. I mean, let's just be real. I mean, struggling against what? Struggling against what? And that's what I don't know. And really, I could say stand out against what? I mean, take everything with a grain of salt. I mean, we're talking about practice, not a game. Practice. Khair Elam, what makes me feel good about him is it looks like he's got a lot of confidence back. Mm-hmm. And this is a kid who came out of the SEC. This is a kid that, played at Florida. Big time organization, big competition, and he's come out here. He got drafted obviously by Buffalo in the first round. Maybe didn't live up to expectations of being that pick in Buffalo, but he's come down here early on. And again, it's practice, what the hell. But early on, he just seems confident. And we talked about the secondary, and boy, oh boy, if Diggs isn't ready, we got a lot of guys that are working on the sidelines. Ravel, I mean, you got guys working on the sidelines. So this would be news and music to my ears if Elam can get to the potential that he was coming out of college.
Well, he's doing good. He's really doing well. And like you said, I think he got his confidence. Malik Hooker is one to keep an eye on. Malik Hooker is doing well at linebacker. He had a pickoff the other day. One thing that's not concerning me, but I know as time will go by, he'll get better. Dak's throwing some reads. He's throwing some interceptions on his reads, and he has a tendency. He's looking away, but he's looking a little bit too much longer at his receiver as they're going downfield, and that's how the defense is getting some valuable interceptions from in practice. Now, they know the plays, obviously, so they know when they see the lineup, they know who's going where and where the ball's going. But at least the defense is showing that they got a little oomph in them, and they're stepping up because the interceptions are not far and few. The interceptions are regular in training practice now. So that your timing's got to be a little bit better. Your look away has got to be a little bit better. But I like what the defense is doing so far.
Yeah. And I mean, I'd love for Diggs and I'd love for Ravel to be back. I mean, knee injuries and cornerbacks always make me a little nervous. Makes me a little nervous. But I want Diggs. I want Diggs to be Diggs, and I want to get back to that. You got him. You got Bland. I mean, you're to be able to Diggs coming back, if he were to come back, what that does for the whole secondary, it changes everything. But what else? I mean, man, I feel like I'm missing stuff. Jimmy, did we miss any other news? Anything else? Any other injuries? We gotta get on board.
Leaving forward. He was the one that's out with Wanye.
You guys got it.
That was a couple. I was thinking around the league if there was any other.
No, not that I saw.
I saw Cortland Sutton just signed a 4-year, $92 million extension.
The biggest signing was Ferguson. Woo! I'm so glad that
Ferguson.
Jimmy
We talked about that.
Him, man. Oh, I'm glad he signed him. That's one off the block.
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, and they do that. Drama. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. They do that, and the thing with
Micah.
With Micah just gets frustrating. But the thing I would say, if you're looking at this Cowboys training camp, everything that I've seen has been good. I don't know how much you watch it, Jimmy, but it's been good with Schottenheimer. The more I listen to Schottenheimer, the more I just really, really like him. And he's a mix, right? It's like you got Pete Carroll. I don't know. Do you like Pete Carroll, Jimmy? I love Pete Carroll.
Yeah, no, I like Pete Carroll. That's some old school Pete Carroll.
Well, he was with him in Seattle. Yeah. Obviously, he's got his dad, Marty Schottenheimer, the gleam, fellas. You know what I'm talking about.
The gleam, fellas. There's a gleam with the Cleveland Browns on the sideline.
He's got a lot of the pedigree, obviously, with his father, but working under Pete Carroll, he's been in the league a while. He worked with Steve Spurrier as a quarterback, at Florida, backup quarterback, so he's got a lot of influence from an offensive mind, defensive mind, offense, a little bit of everything. but I just think he seems so prepared. He seems so ready to go. I'm definitely pumped up. What was Elijah talking about?
No, well, yeah, and I was going to say, see, look at Elijah. How
Yeah.
original, Elijah? That's very original.
Oh, he's making fun of you.
Yeah, but that's really funny.
Hey, I didn't know that was the score of the Super Bowl or the score of us whooping you and your brother's ass back in the day in the streets. You guys remember that? Elijah, you want to talk about that game, Jimmy? Can we that one?
Conveniently forget about that one. So we went from Mark with, great minds think alike, the best comment of the night, the best comment of all season so far, to this stupid ass comment by Elijah. It's not funny. It's not original. And yeah, Mike had to remind you, you got your ass kicked back in the day. Next. All right. So, I guess B Fatty's saying it's legit breaking news.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
it's up.
It's the deal. So, and Clayton Adams is I got a lot of faith. I got a lot of faith in him. I mean, I just left tackle is so important, and they've got depth at guard. Tyler Smith, they got to think about putting him out there unless they really, really, really got a good option out there. But I'll trust the coaches. I think they brought in so many new coaches, a lot of great minds. I think they'll get it figured out from the O-line coach to to Adams and obviously to Shoddy. So
you just got to hope their mind doesn't betray them. That's all you got to worry about.
No, I mean, because it's you ain't finding left tackles. You ain't finding left tackles. So
I think we'll be good. I think we'll be good right now because you got to expect somebody's gonna step down now. Albeit it's Guyton who feels like the game has slowed down for him now. He feels like he's learned a lot from the first season. He feels energetic, confident, and ready this season. And this is going to be a real shocker for him. And, and as a young guy like him, man, it's going to hurt him. So somebody's got to surround him and talk to him. But I think long as we don't get any more injuries on offensive line, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine because we're deep. We're deep.
Yeah.
It's just it's early. We got to keep everybody healthy.
Yeah. No, they definitely – it's dog it, man. You guys ruined my night, man.
I was going to say, man, the energy has been brought down.
The energy just died. Wow. It just died. It died.
It does suck. It does suck. Like I said,
I wouldn't move BB to guard. I wouldn't move BB to guard. I don't know. You could. He said he'd rather be a guard. And I mean, you could throw Hoffman at center and slide BB to guard. But either one of them at guard. I like Hoffman. I do. I like Hoffman's attitude. I like his nastiness. They're gonna figure it out. I mean, they're gonna have to figure it out. The only benefit, and there is no. When I say benefit, I'm really grasping and stretching this thing. The only thing is it happened early in training camp. They have got time to get it figured out. It's not like this was week 3, week 4, week 2. I mean, this is early in training camp. They haven't done any preseason games, so they're going to be able to get this thing figured out. But it's just going to be more evident that they are going to need, Jimmy, you and I preach alike on this, they need to establish the run, and the run game is going to be more critical than ever to make sure that these teams can't just pin their ears back and just annihilate our quarterback. I mean, we got to keep them honest.
The run's got to be respected. You got to have a semblance of a run in a game to set. And like you said, we've said it forever and a day. And if you ain't got that, you got problems.
Yeah. You know what I see though, with this new energy that the team has, Shoddy out there in practice, dapping everybody. Everybody's excited. And it's so early in training practice. After practice, when they get in that locker room or when they get back behind closed doors and they get in their meetings, I can see the offensive line coming together, calling Guyton, going to see him and checking on him. But I can see them get together saying, look, guys, Guyton's down and Guyton's a force for us. We're going to make this happen. We're going to make this happen. We're going to work hard, all of us, and we're going to make damn sure that we fill that slot and do what we got to do to get this done. I can see them surrounding the wagons like that because of the excitement and the confidence that's in the air in the Cowboys nation right now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. So, I mean, they guys got to work through it. They got to work through it. The interior line is solid. And the thing is, they'll figure it out. Like I said, the beauty of it, if there's any silver lining, it's early. And you're going to have, I mean, guys, it's a game of attrition. Every team is going to face injuries. Every team is going to face some adversity. Some more than others. I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, you'd love nobody to get hurt and keep everyone wrapped up in bubble wrap, but that just ain't the way the game's played. But I wonder, I really do, is the intensity or lack thereof of the intensity of practices in today's era of football, is that kind of, because I was a kid, so I don't know. I didn't really study it so much, but it just seems like these injuries are just more and more, these ACL, and maybe because these guys are bigger, stronger, faster, all that kind of go do. But yeah, Elijah on Tolbert, what do you put on the Tolbert there?
Yeah,
I think him and Mingo, it's going to be a good battle. I think Tolbert's got the inside edge. I think Tolbert had a good year last year. He was that bright spot for kind of a dismal season. He had 6-7 touchdowns. He got his yards. So I don't think he's given up that 3 spot easily. But I think Mingo has looked good in camp, and I think those two are competing is going to make each other better. So I think Tolbert's going to have a good year, especially with the attention going to Pickens and the CD.
Hey, Greg, I apologize. Some of these comments.
Go ahead.
No, I just feel badly. Some of them are long comments. Why do we act like we're the only team that gets injuries? It's next man up. I mean, but it still sucks. I mean,
Yeah, we didn't. Nobody
Who's
said acting like we're the
about
only team to get injuries.
Steve, are you not listening to a goddamn word I said? I said it's a game of attrition. Every team battles injuries, some more than others. Did I say it's a good thing that it happened now? They got time to prepare. Jimmy, am I not speaking English?
Hear the words that are coming out of his mouth?
I was going to say, do you hear the words that are coming out of his mouth?
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, now Carl's piling on.
On social media. All right, Steve. What did I say? Did you say everybody except Mike Tag? Say everyone quit bitching, but Mike Tag is not. I'm only kidding, Steve. All good. I'm just playing. Just having fun.
Tolbert reminds me of, every time I look at Tolbert reminds me of Terrence Williams when he was with us, because he fills that position. A lot of people didn't pay a bunch of attention to him, but he's money when you need to get the ball to him. He's consistent. And as that third wide receiver, you can plug him in, and he's going to play like a starter, even though the packages weren't necessarily aligned for him. But when you need Tolbert, he's going to be there, just like Terrence Williams was.
And Steve, we love each and every one of you.
Steve, we love everybody. We're all going to have fun. That's the one thing. You come into the cave, we're going to get loud. We're going to have some fun. We're like all brothers, man. Yeah, I got pictures. I went to go through a photo album, looking at pictures of me and my brothers beating each other up with we only could afford a set of boxing gloves, so one had one, the other had the other, and you couldn't swing unless you had the glove hand. I want to swing the glove hand, and that's what we're like. That's the way we are in the Cowboys Cave, Cowboys Nation. We're gonna yell at each other. We're gonna be hard on each other, but damn it, ain't nobody outside Cowboys Nation come in here and start talking shit. We're gonna stomp a mud hole in you. That's just the way it works, right?
Yeah. Hey, and Danny's got a point, because I hated it when Dallas traded Cedric Williams to the Dolphins.
I know. I love Cedric Williams.
Cedric Williams was awesome. He was awesome, and I never understood that trade.
And it wasn't even much money. And it's like, God, he wasn't he was like your 4 or 5, but he was always good for some trick play because he could throw. He always had that clutch kind of moment where he made it. I agree. You need to have, kind of like, if you remember back in the 90s when you had Kelvin Martin, right?
Yeah,
he was, obviously had Harper, you had Novacek, you had Michael Irvin, you had Emmitt Smith, but damn, Kmart would just come up with a clutch play and a big game, and every team needs that, right? Who do you guys? Who's your big play guy, Jimmy? That unsung hero that always has a knack for the big play. Does the Falcons have anybody?
Well, I mean, unsung. I mean, Ray McLeod. I mean, he's W3, wide receiver 3, and he had some big plays last year.
Yeah. What's funny is I'm in Tampa. If you guys, those who don't know, I live in Tampa. And Jimmy, I mean, these Buccaneers and the fans and the media, I don't even know why you guys come out to play this season. They said the division's wrapped up. They said it's pretty much it's theirs. Falcons got nothing on them, and They
You
said,
know
"Don't
what?
waste time.
Yeah,
Don't waste time." Jimmy.
yeah. Well, typical Tampa Bay area fans. We know how they go. But you know what? I've always said I like Baker Mayfield. But Greg last year predicted the hell's the running back's name? Him being a big play guy last year, right? And they were, but I don't see. Obviously, with us, obviously it's Penix. Does he live up to? He played well in the end of last year. Does he come out this year? What is Pitts doing? Obviously, we got Bijan and Tyler Algier, so we got the running game. It's a non-issue. We got to fill the void at center. But that being said, it's all obviously on Penix right now.
No,
we got the talent everywhere else.
It's going to come down to him, and like I said, he's a Tampa kid, and I'm pulling for him. And I hope he does. I hope he does well. And I'd love to see him get the Falcons into that. I mean,
I hope so.
They got a shot to get in that division. I mean, Tampa's good, but they've got their flaws just like every other team. And I saw something about Diggs, Elon, and Bland. That would be a pretty good. I'd love that if that's the case. I don't know if that'll be week one.
No, it won't be.
I love the Hogan. I love the Hogan Ultra.
I love that.
That would be great if Diggs and Bland. Well, Bland's he's about ready to come back and play. But Diggs, like I said, Diggs has got to get over this on that injury first. Because anybody that's played sports, all of us that's played sports before, especially if you played a lot of varsity level sports, when you had an injury and you were ready to come back, that first game or two, that's all you were worried about was that injury, and you kind of you didn't play to your full extent that first game or two until you got so used to it that you forgot about it. So we got to wait for that. But Jimmy, speaking of your Falcons, with Tampa Bay having 5 straight division championships, and I didn't realize it was 5 straight.
Did he? Oh yeah, because Brady.
Yeah, 5 straight.
Brady
but
was
here's
there.
the thing. Yeah. Penix is going to light it up this year for the Falcons. I watched Quarterbacks on Netflix, I think it was, and what got me about Kirk Cousins, I kind of felt sorry for Kirk Cousins, but then again, I thought about the banks that he kept getting from everybody.
Yeah, don't feel too sorry for him.
No, I don't feel too sorry for him.
He's laughing all the way to the bank.
But Kirk reminds me of Cinderella. You know how the story goes with Cinderella. And it starts off fine, and then all of a sudden the slipper comes off. And every team he's been with has been the same. I don't know what the Falcons thought when they saw him, or they were desperate and decided they just needed to get him anyway. But Cinderella's shoe came off, and Kirk is who Kirk is. And if the only way I can see y'all keeping Kirk this year, well, because of the money you paid him, and he's going to stay there just in case Penix gets hurt. But Penix is going to change the face of y'all division. Long as you got you some bona fide receivers and one that can burn speed, Penix is going to light it up.
Well, and I remember when we did the draft show, you said, Jim, if he's available, that's who you got to pick up, and we got him. And you know what? He's got a cannon of an arm and accuracy. And we have, like
smart.
I said, and he's smart. He's 25. He's not a young kid. He's got years under him. We got the receivers, we got the running game, and I sincerely hope you're right, Greg.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man.
Throw that up with Ultra because Brian Broaddus.
Oh, this one. Sorry.
Okay. Brian Broaddus is obviously they're out there. Brian Broaddus, I mean, 105.3 is the station of the Cowboys. So he said he had a source said that nothing has been confirmed at all when it comes to Guyton. So I mean, we just got to wait and see. Yeah. I mean, a lot of us, maybe this is all excitement over nothing. But I mean, there's multiple reports, which definitely doesn't seem well. Yeah, back to back. Dallas, I mean, 92, 93, back-to-back Super Bowl championships. That was the last time it's been done in the NFC East. Carl, thanks for the reminder. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you. And yeah, hopefully game time we did dodge a bullet, but I just So
now,
go ahead,
Greg. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Jimmy.
No, I wanted to ask Andrew, were you wrestling professionally, or was it that amateur, like high school?
Amateur or collegiate level or professional?
Professional. Sorry, go ahead, Greg.
No, but it's just like and it really doesn't matter what level he was wrestling at, because if he was wrestling, he didn't just get on the team just to be on it. So he made the team. So that meant He was probably a varsity level wrestler, but that's how it is with injuries. And somebody else said the same thing. It takes time for your psyche to get over that. And like I said, in Panama Canal, I played semi-pro baseball, had a major injury to my arm. Oh my goodness. And it took time for me when I did come back to really trust it, to really throw the ball, to trust it, because it was here. My arm was ready. That's
the thing with some of these injuries. When you talk about Diggs and you're talking about, legs, and it's the mental part of it is really, it's really where it's at.
And he's got to, and remember his position. He's got to make cuts going backwards and laterally, where receivers going forward. So that's going to be even more on him. And the other thing I'm concerned about Diggs, if he comes back on that field and he's not humbled, but he comes back on the field as a diva, he's in trouble. He's in trouble.
Oh, well, you have to resurrect the Iron Sheik and make him humble.
Yeah.
What did Patrick Walker say?
Patrick Walker said, "If
nothing
true.
has indeed been confirmed." Hence me saying, "If true." That said, we're all on worst case scenario watch right now. Yeah, right. I mean, you just gotta. I mean, he's on the field as well. I mean, he's out there at training camp. So you got a lot of these guys that are out there. So,
but what do you think about Dak? What do you think about what you see in Dak? And it's just only been what two days now, two days.
What I look for, see, I'm not in. Like it's practice again. I'm just not. I don't get caught up in like all the it's this, or because they're not sacking them. Some of the stuff is already predetermined. Like he's forcing the throws. It's not like he's changing things up. It's like, hey, maybe he wants to work with Pickens, so he's going to just force throws to Pickens just to kind of make something happen. What I like that I've seen from Dak Prescott, I see his mobility. He's not afraid to run. He ran a little bit out of the pocket. So mentally, that's what I'm thinking about. Where's his mental state? Is he worried about the injury? Does he have? Is it still in the back of his mind? I'd say no. There is zero worry about him throwing the football with accuracy. There's no worry to me about that. To me, it's the mental part. So that's what I look at when I'm watching him. The confidence is there in his legs. We don't want him running too much, but we want him to run when needed. And that's what I say looks pretty good.
Yeah, and you nailed it. I don't want to see Dak this year running a lot. I want to see him staying in that pocket, finding his reads and getting the ball out where they need to be, because to me, that's when Dak is his best. And if he gets that offensive line, because we have the line, like I said in past, when we got all these folks, we have the line, and don't misquote me, but we have the line that can somewhat mimic a line that protected Aikman. These guys come together in jail. I said somewhat. These guys have the potential. They have the potential, because we have, listen, that offensive line, we got some meat, and they're healthy. If they come together and they unify and they gel, they're going to give Dak more time than he probably had in the last 2 seasons. Yeah. And that's going to be big dividends for us with the receivers we got.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, to me, again, with Dak, Jimmy, I mean, you and I will be a broken record running game. Yeah. If you're going to ask Dak to throw the ball 50 times a game, I mean, there's two quarterbacks probably in this league that I feel okay with. I mean, that goes to almost every quarterback in the NFL. You do not want your guy throwing the ball 45, 50 times a game.
But what you want, though, if you don't necessarily need a running quarterback. If you have a quarterback that maybe runs, like you said, go just to keep the defense on their toes a little bit. Get the first down and slide. Exactly. Yeah. Get it and slide. Don't go in head for nothing stupid. A quarterback runs 20, 25 yards a game at the right times. The defense will think twice.
Yeah.
Shut up, stupid. Sorry, Dave.
Hey, Blue and Blue's looking good in training practice, even though it's explosiveness. And Convante coming out that backfield is looking good too.
Yeah, yeah. All right, Todd Archer.
Sorry to cover you.
Preliminary thing. So there you go. Todd Archer reported. I mean, too many big names. But it is what it is. Time to move on. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you hate to see that, but you get injury. It's time to move on.
Aaron Rodgers is not a shocker though, Danny.
Old Man River. I sent my brother. I sent my brother a meme of Aaron Rodgers in the Pittsburgh Steelers uniform with gray hair, and he got a cane, and he in a huddle like this.
Greg, you're gonna have a field day with your brother this year.
Oh yeah, you got. Yeah. You don't think Aaron Rodgers? You don't think he can get Pitts? Because I mean, they're always in the running. You don't think Aaron Rodgers? That you got DK. You don't think that they're able to you don't think he can get something going with them?
Oh yeah, I feel he can. I'm clowning my brother because
my
brother clowns me. No, I think Aaron's going to be better for Pittsburgh this year than they had with Russell last year, even though they made the playoffs. Because Aaron is Aaron, and plus Aaron has nothing to lose. If you play sports and you don't really, you're finally playing that game where you don't give a damn and you're not stressed. You play your best. You play your best and you have fun. And he's got the weapons around him. He's going to have the weapons around him they need. So they're going to be good. I don't know how they're going to contend against Baltimore and who else?
Cincinnati.
And Cincinnati.
I mean, Cincinnati. I mean, we'll see how their defense. I mean, that'll be a question mark for them.
If Joe Burrow can remain upright all year.
Yeah, if Joe Burrow's healthy. But they've got the weapons, obviously. But yeah, I mean, usually quarterbacks they could fall off a cliff pretty quick.
But to Greg's point, though, there's no pressure in Pittsburgh. It ain't like New York. You're not in the spotlight. No. So Greg's got a great point.
Yeah, and their fans are as loyal as they get. They're going to be behind their guys, always.
Okay, I'll put it on. You're laughing.
I get it. I got to laugh at that one. I got to laugh at that one. We haven't used aim high in like 30 years, but them tights and them blue oyster that got me. That got me right there.
Oh man. But yeah.
Something else.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see. Who is the running back in Pittsburgh? Right? They lost. Didn't they draft a kid or
That's a good question. I have no idea.
Ultra's been waiting for this for 2 years.
Oh, I don't see no salad bar.
Hey, Ultra, you just make sure you have a meeting with everybody in the city of Philadelphia and remind them how to spell Eagles. It's not ELGLEA.
That was great. That was funny. And I think that
from y'all mayor.
I think Carl must be inebriated tonight.
What did he win? What did Hurts won MVP?
Yeah, did he?
Speaking of Hurts, I take nothing away from Hurts. Nothing away from Hurts. But you notice they never talk about Hurts as an elite quarterback. It's almost like they talk about Hurts like the quarterback for the teams of Alabama, that you can almost put anybody in there on that offense and that scheme, and a quarterback doesn't have to do much in order for them to win. And it kind of takes away from the fact that Hurts is a viable force for Philly, because you take Hurts out the game, Philly's a whole different team. But
I don't think they're that different. I don't think they're that different.
I think you put another quarterback back there, I think it will be different, because the timing of how Hurts gets that ball to Devontae.
He can't throw the ball. I respectfully disagree. He is Joe Flacco, Trent Dilfer.
He has Saquon Barkley. That's what he has.
If you don't have Saquon, if he didn't have Saquon,
I understand that. But I still think if you take Hurts out off the field and put a backup quarterback in there, I think they're in trouble. I really think they're not, and not because his overwhelming talent. It's just he's compartmentalized. He knows precisely how to manage everything that needs to be managed with that offense.
I give Hurts credit. He's a great leader. He is. I watched him in Bama. I mean, it was very stand up. He didn't cause a stink when he got benched because he couldn't get it done, and they brought two in to win the championship. But he handled it like a man. He went to Oklahoma. He won a Heisman. Didn't win anything, but he won a Heisman. He went to Philly. and he knows his role. He knows what he could do, and he know what he can't. I mean, look, he threw for 123 yards, 150 yards, 204 yards in this playoffs. I mean, that's great. I mean, and that's not a knock. I mean, they have a team, or they're a team. I've said this 100 times. Yeah. They are a team. They are a well-constructed team that is deep on defense. They've got great running back, great offensive line. That is a recipe for success, and there's nothing wrong with that. The problem with Philly fans is like they dick ride the Cowboys and all these other teams, not even just the Cowboys, but every team, because they want they want acceptance. They want us to acknowledge that their quarterback is the best but he's not, and there's nothing wrong with that. I would rather have a shitty quarterback and win a Super Bowl than have Dan Marino and not win one.
That's right.
Well, that's true. That's true.
I would take it as a compliment. I would take it as a compliment if they had said that. And I don't know why they get so upset and they're crying about it. They're like, "Oh God, why you're being so mean? Hurts is so good." I mean, the MVP of the Super Bowl was a freaking defensive line. Anyone with eyeballs knows that. But they're not going to give it to them. They're going to give it to the quarterback. Right. It's a quarterback award. It's the same way Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl MVP in that Super Bowl that he was terrible in. Yeah. And he got the MVP.
Hey, real quickly, Malik and Sam, I see you guys are on X. Anybody who's on X, jump over to YouTube. It's free. That's where the fun comments, some of which we can't put on the screen. It's a lot more fun in YouTube. If you're on X, please come on over.
Yeah, because Mike was real subtle with that comment he just made.
Yeah, that was and
Philly true.
And Count Christo.
It's true. It's true. But
the coach is disgrace to the Pisons. I agree.
The problem with Philly, the Giants, and the Commanders, since the inception of the Dallas Cowboys, we've been dominating our division, period. We have 5. They got to catch up. The Giants are getting close. And everybody loves the Cowboys. The media loves the Cowboys. We're the most visible franchise. That's what they're bucking up against. It's not, but they have to throw it. They have to throw it back at us, at the team, to try to make it sound legit. But what they really want to say is, we are jealous and envious of your dynasty from the inception of the Cowboys, the publicity you get, your fan base to where they are, all of that comes with the Cowboys. We want that, and we don't have that. So we're going to talk about y'all like crazy. And that's why we hang in y'all chat rooms more so than we hang in ours. And we talk about the Cowboys in that NFC East more than we talk about the Giants, who have more Super Bowls than they do. The Commanders, who have more Super Bowls than they do, because we are the most visible, highly visible, most popular, most successful franchise in the history of the NFC.
Well, and Greg, also think about it. People from Philadelphia live there. They're jealous. I mean, they want to be New York. They want to be Boston. They want to be a big time city in the Northeast, and they're just not. There's some second rate, filthy city. I was there a couple weeks ago. It's a dump. I get it. They need the recognition. They want to be loved. So,
Jimmy, you're saying it. I didn't even think about that. They are the little brother to New York. They are the Massachusetts. I mean, that is their problem. Is they can't. I mean, it's been that way since the beginning of time, and it's unfortunate. But the proof is always in. And I love, who do we have? Bobby, Carl, a couple other ones. I appreciate all of them. They come support the Cape. Fun. If I saw them, we'll go have a beer and have a good time. But I put this challenge out to anybody. I will give you $1,000 if you find me in an Eagles chat room watching Eagles content. It's never happened. It never will. The only time I've ever been on even talk on an Eagles show is when I was cordially invited, and they were great guys, and I love talking to them. But it don't happen. But the Eagles, I've seen it on Cowboys Can Fan. I've seen it with Jay Tuck. I've seen it with Rome. I see it with Law. I see it with Game Time Brian. I see it with them. I see always full of Eagle fans in the room. And it's like, why the hell would you waste your time You know what I'm saying? It's like I never. But I appreciate it. I do. I appreciate it. But it just makes no psychological sense to me because I would never do that. So it's hard for me to comprehend. But then with Jimmy, I swear to God, Jimmy, that was the best comment. I marked the tape. I played over and over. I'd never thought about the New York envy, the Boston envy, just in that whole area that they have always been looked to as not good enough. And that's probably where it comes from.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And there, look at Philly's considered with the other northeastern cities. They still have hurt feelings.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's what it is.
Ultra has a pet name for his toilet.
And after so long, you guys got to get off of this 30 years ain't won nothing. Let me tell you something. When Super Bowls do not perish. Once you win one, it's for life. Those 5 Super Bowls will be around way after we're gone. So until y'all catch up, you're not in the club. We're in the penthouse. Right now, y'all in the middle of the hotel where you don't get free service. You might get Wi-Fi. So when you catch up, then you can come talk to us. But when you say 30 years,
they got to catch Washington first.
25. That's all we got to do.
Catch Washington. Get past Washington, then we'll talk. It's still lasts. Still lasts. But, hey, guys, anyone who knows me on Monday, I mean, Below Deck is on.
His stories are on.
My stories are on, so I got to watch it. So we're going to be rolling out. But obviously, it was a great show. Catching up with man Jimmy Dee. Obviously, G-Reg coming on is awesome as well. Any of you guys that are still hanging with us, if you haven't hit that thumbs up, man, all you got to do is hit that like button. It's right on the bottom, that thumbs up. If it's on your phone, it's right there. It doesn't cost you anything. Hit that thumbs up. It helps the algorithm. It helps, if you like it, they think, hey, man, other people might dig this show. So you do that. If you're just watching the show and you're kind of like, hey, man, I'm just checking these guys out, I'm digging what they're talking about, then hit that subscribe. And that way you'll be able to see us because we pop in all the time. Greg and I jump on. Jimmy and I always on Monday nights. I told you I've got one more last, and now Uncle Cheech. The deal is signed. We put pen to paper. It is done. You're going to be making Scuttle with Cheech. So that is done. So we definitely you're gonna want to stay tuned for that. But all kidding aside, we appreciate all the support. This channel wouldn't be so much fun if it wasn't for all the people in the chat. Whether you're an Eagle fan, Cowboy fan, Redskin, Commander, whatever the hell you guys are today, Giants, it all makes it a good time. Falcons, we got our lone Falcon fan. And that's the beauty of Jimmy is we root for Jimmy. We root for the Falcons. There's no problem. Right, Greg? We got no issues with the Falcons unless we play
root for the Falcons.
Yeah. We only play in the preseason this year. We only play in the preseason. That don't count. That
preseason don't count.
That'll be a lot of fun. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys obviously heard the news. Tyler Guyton looks like torn ACL. All reports are kind of saying that is a blow to the Cowboys, but that's a life of football, man. Next man up, see what happens. But appreciate all the support. Greg, any final thoughts? And then Jimmy, any final thoughts? Greg, you got anything to add?
Nope. Good seeing you again, Jimmy. And Cowboys Nation, get ready. We're down to weeks, and I can't wait for us to get started.
Absolutely, Jimmy. Any final words? Any you want to drop a Hogan tribute, anything like that?
I
don't know what's going on.
Well, you know something, brother? It's always a great time when Mike Tag on Monday nights, especially when Greg jumps into the fold. All of our Cowboys cave maniacs in the chat, keep it going, keeping us real. What you gonna do when Mike Tag and Greg and Jimmy Dee and the Cowboys cave run wild on you?
Woo! Give me somebody that's hungry. Give me somebody that's hungry. I need somebody.